9 Central on ABC.
Right now on 13 Action News live at 11, new stories emerge after everyday people scramble to save lives after the mass shooting on the Strip.
I just keep seeing bodies.
A heartbreaking reality sets in as survivors return to the scene of the tragedy.
And new images shed light as police move in on the gunman.
Breaking tonight, the girlfriend of Mandalay Bay gunman Stephen Paddock is being interviewed by the FBI right now after returning to the U.S. Mary Lou Danley's plane arrived only hours ago at LAX, but officials still insist tonight she's only considered a person of interest.
And tonight, Metro sharing this body cam video. You can see officers scrambling to get people out of the way as they try to determine exactly where the gunfire is coming from.
And that led police here. For the first time, we are seeing the terror of Sunday night from the perspective of Las Vegas police officers. And we go inside the hotel room where Stephen Paddock carried out his massacre. This just released and edited body cam video shows just over 3 minutes of a massive police response, beginning with officers hunkered down behind this wall facing Mandalay Bay, gunfire raining down on them.
Hey, you guys, get down! Go that way!
The shots keep coming, ringing out in rapid succession. Officers crouching, taking cover, trying to determine where it's coming from.
Where's it at?
North of the Mandalay Bay, it's coming out of a window.
On Las Vegas Boulevard, a patrol car acts as a shield, but still, an officer is hit. As they move in closer to the source.
This way, this way, this way, this way, this way.
This way. Go, 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 go.
Still dodging gunfire, they encounter people from the concert crowd, disoriented, stunned, and running for their lives. In newly released pictures, we see the room on the 32nd floor, where police finally find Stephen Paddock. The busted open door now covered in crime scene tape, and a tagged rifle sitting on the floor. And that rifle is just one of 47 firearms that were recovered from 3 locations here inside that room at Mandalay Bay and at Paddock's homes in Reno and Mesquite. And Steve, police are also giving us an idea on how Paddock allegedly kept tabs on where those officers were.
That's right, Carla. Metro says Paddock was using 3 cameras. One was in a peephole in his hotel room. 2 others were in the hallway outside his suite. Federal investigators also say Paddock was using special equipment on his semi-automatic rifles that allowed them to rapid fire, essentially duplicating fully automatic gunfire. Police say the gunfire lasted about 11 minutes. The first call reporting gunfire was at 10:08 p.m. Sunday night. It ended at 10:19. We're also learning a security guard from Mandalay Bay was the first to reach the gunman's room and was shot through the door by Paddock. Metro officers arrived moments later and entered the room where Paddock was dead from an apparent self-inflicted gunshot wound.
And tonight, Metro tells us all of the 59 people who were killed have now been identified. You're looking at some of their pictures right here as they're mourned here in Las Vegas, across the country and the world.
It's just a memory of all of those that have lost their lives.
Victims of the shooting reliving the moments of the attack as Metro let some folks pick up their cars tonight from the dirt lots near the Route 91 Harvest Festival grounds. 13 Action News reporter Melissa Blazia saw some reduced to tears being back at the site for the first time.
You can hear in the distance people setting off their car alarms, trying to figure out exactly where they had parked. The people we talked to dreaded coming back to the place where they had run away from just 2 days before. In the shadow of Mandalay Bay again, a place they don't want to remember but will never forget.
This is just a memory of all of those that have lost their lives.
Lachey Johnson still wearing the wristbands from working the concert all 3 nights. Tonight she helps a coworker pick up her car, not knowing the simple task would be this hard.
Sorry.
Memories race back.
Then all of a sudden I just heard da 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 da, and then I just started seeing bodies, and I just started grabbing people, saying, "Get up underneath the bleachers."
Piling chairs on top for cover. Lachey then heard police yelling at them to run.
It was like, just stop shooting. It just didn't stop. And as you're running over bodies. It's like, where do you go?
In these dirt lots, there are cars from Arizona, Arkansas, all over. Most of the drivers will come back, drive away, try to get back to some normalcy. But there will be cars whose drivers are never coming back. That's the thought that keeps Lachey up all night now.
Been asleep, can't sleep. I just keep seeing bodies.
Even the people who manage to escape without physical wounds come away with deep emotional ones. Lachey says that she starts counseling tomorrow. Melissa Blasius, 13 Action News.
Thank you, Melissa. The Las Vegas Convention and Visitors Authority is using the iconic marquees along the Las Vegas Strip to send a message to the world, a special one tonight. It reads, quote, "We've been there for you during the good times. Thank you for being there for us now." First responders say all the training in the world couldn't prepare them for what they encountered Sunday night, especially for about 20 paramedics who were caught in the middle of the gunfire. 13 Action News reporter Brian Callahan spoke with one paramedic about what they were doing to save lives.
So I ran into the venue. I dived behind a bar.
That's when Glenn Simpson got on his radio to his dispatchers.
We said the exact same thing on 2 different channels, asking, saying there's multiple shots fired. We need more ambulances now.
Simpson said as the gunshots continued, he took a few seconds to think.
The decision to either get up, move, or stay here. More shots went off. So I thought to myself, I need to be where I can see my people. I need to help my people.
That's when he began helping the hundreds wounded with just 16 staff members and 5 ambulances on scene. All of them making some of the toughest decisions of their lives.
The hardest part is looking somebody in the face when they say, please do CPR. And I have to look at them and say no.
As he continued to work to save as many lives as possible, Simpson was listening for one thing.
I knew that if ambulances started showing up, that the scene was safe or safer, and the ambulances kept not showing up.
But he says it wasn't just paramedics stepping in to help.
I can't tell you how many countless people were taking off their shirts so we could use them as tourniquets.
About 2 hours in, Simpson said the emotions started to hit.
You know, there was a dispatcher that we work with, and she just kind of grabbed me, and it just, the floodgates open.
But over the weeks and months to come, Simpson knows it will be those little things that will continue to trigger the emotions as they did this morning.
I turn on the stereo, and the first song that comes out happens to be a song by Jason Aldean, and I just couldn't listen to it. I had to turn it off.
Simpson says there's no doubt in his mind that without those regular people jumping in, more people would have died. And while he doesn't consider his actions heroic, he says theirs were. Brian Callahan, 13 Action News.
And there is a new reality in Las Vegas tonight as we are already seeing major changes to security on the Strip. Guests entering the Wynn today had to be wanded by a metal detector. Their bags were also searched as they entered the casino. We also saw a heightened police presence at every hotel and casino along the Strip. Wynn Las Vegas would not comment on any new procedures. As we learn more and more about what actually took place Sunday night, videos and other stories continue to go viral on social media, convincing people there was more than one active shooter on the Las Vegas Strip. 13 Action News reporter Gina Lazara explains how many of these theories have been debunked.
We have 2 scenes confirming the Mandalay Bay and Alibaba and Giles are the 2 shooting locations. Do we have a third?
As the nightmare on the Las Vegas Strip unfolded,
We have an active shooter. We have an active shooter inside the fairgrounds.
sound coming from police radios revealed a scene that would have been much worse had it been real. But tonight, police tell us there was only one shooter, Stephen Paddock, who fired off hundreds of rounds from the 32nd floor of Mandalay Bay Sunday night.
Fully automatic fire from an elevated position. Take cover.
In the minutes and even hours after the deadly attack, no one could be sure of exactly what happened.
I don't know about the other hotels, but I do know about the Bellagio because I hit the floor and Daniel jumped on top of me.
Investigators have never mentioned the Bellagio or any other hotel, but despite that clear message of one shooter in one spot, rumors still spread like wildfire on social media, some suggesting at the Tropicana. And this Facebook post says there was one at the Paris, and that it was even confirmed by Paris security, which was never confirmed. And you may have even seen this video circulating social media of shooters with machine guns at the Aria. Again, it did not happen.
We are aware of the rumors. We have no information or evidence to support that theory or that rumor. We believe there was only one shooter, and that was Stephen Paddock.
And of course, if any of those details change or new information arises, we will absolutely bring that to you. Gina Lazara, 13 Action News.
This was supposed to be National Night Out for the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department, but in light of Sunday night's tragedy, Metro decided to cancel the scheduled events and hold prayer vigils instead. They were held at the 3 area commands to give officers, members of the community, and community leaders a chance to remember the victims and light candles for each of the 58 people killed by Stephen Paddock. We have something incredible to show you right now. The Las Vegas Victims Fund on GoFundMe has now exceeded $8 million. It's now $8.3 million. They've raised the goal to $10 million, and it's due in large part to a lot of you watching at home right now. That GoFundMe account, only one way that Las Vegas and the nation are coming together in light of Sunday night's tragedy.
And we want you to know about them. So we're organizing under the hashtag Las Vegas Strong. This picture was sent to us by a viewer. It shows several kindergartners at Ruthie Deskin Elementary School signing a poster that says, "Love our first responders. Thank you for keeping us safe." If you see something in your part of the valley that you would like us to highlight, please just send your pictures to our Facebook or Twitter pages. You need to use the hashtag Las Vegas Strong, and there are a lot of people doing a lot of things that we definitely want to know about.
And those kids know.
They do.
They know, and they thank them, as does everybody. One man went to save lives during the tragedy on the Strip.
Right now, serious new questions emerge about the man behind the horrific attack.
A lasting impact, how we can all cope with the heartbreak hitting our valley.